Well, I am a geek in many respects, and one of them has to do with my day job. I'm a project manager. And in project management, there's this real simple lesson rubric called the project triangle. And there it is. T is for time. That's a clock. It doesn't look like a clock, but that's a clock, right? Time, so that's one of your three main factors. Scope, how much stuff, scope equals stuff. How much stuff are you going to get done in this project? And cost, right? Obviously, money, but people as well. What is it going to cost you to get this project done? So, what's it going to cost you? How much time do you have to get that much stuff done? And the theory behind this is that they're all interrelated and play off of each other, and that when one moves, others should move to compensate. So you saw there, our budget just got slashed. Oh, okay, well, here's how much stuff we were going to get done, but now that I only have one for every $3 I was going to have, can I do 1/3 of the stuff? Because then everything's settled. That would work great. That's usually the wrong answer, right? When you ask. But things happen. No, you still need to get that much stuff done. Well, like we said, when one thing moves, something else has to move. Cost moved, scope's not allowed to move, so time, it's the only lever left, right? It has to move. Okay, we can still get as much stuff done, and with our reduced investment, our reduced resources, if we take a lot longer, right? So that had to compensate. So time compensated there. And this is what the new version of that project's triangle looks like. Scope, right? The amount of stuff we're going to do is still the same. Pretend that's the reduced cost. The point is, this line is now the longest, right? Time compensated for the problem we had. And that's how it works. So, if they say, hey, you only have half as much time as you thought, well, can we accomplish less stuff? No. Okay, then we have to spend more money. Conversely, hey, you have to accomplish more, get more done than we talked about at the beginning. Okay, do we have longer to finish this project? Because that'd be one way to do it. Can we spend more resources, or can we do some kind of combination of the two, right? Because it's not that you only ever move one lever. So that's how this thing works. That's the fine-tuning, and that's the basics. And it's a useful construct. It exists for a reason. It's still around for a reason. It's great. But it, like a lot of textbook-type thoughts, is neat and tidy, and the real world is never neat and tidy. There's a lot of flaws in it. And that's not actually a criticism, but there just are, because the real world is messy. There's me, by the way. This is a placeholder image, so there's the project manager. And yeah, I was just here at work, and I'm the only one at the office at the moment, and I decided to lay this out. Here is my number one criticism/addition to the Project Triangle. I've been showing people this for years. And I got the idea for this video because I was interviewing somebody for a project management internship, and they'd never even heard of the Project Triangle, which made me wonder, do they still teach it? And even if they don't, I always show new project managers, or would-be project managers, this. So here we go. It's this three-dimensional model, right? Well, what I do is add a fourth dimension. So what if we extend all of our lines? And what if I draw a better line? So let's do that. Now, the universe of the project, the factors involved, the things you can affect and use, right? There's all of it, except for this fourth dimension, which has been revealed. And that is P for people. And it's really funny that the textbook model kind of just assumes people are robots that are going to act in entirely predictable, reasonable ways. Well, they don't. So P is for people, personality, psychology, all that stuff. Just like the other three, it's a either constraining or enabling force. It can help or hurt, and honestly, to me, so many of the challenges of getting stuff done with a group of people who are all busy on other things, etc., comes down to personality, psychology, people. And that can easily be the toughest part of the job, because it's one thing to simply spend less dollars or spend more, but the dollars don't fight you, right? They're not passive-aggressive and or enthusiastic, depending on which dollar it is. It's the most unpredictable, the most interesting, and to me, the heart of the job, which was left out originally, right, in the original model. Actually, they were in the original model, but just as resources, kind of no different than a computer, right, or a dollar. And again, people are entirely different than that, and that's what I like to point out with this. So there you go. Thanks. Got that off my chest, put it out into the wild. Now I can go home for the night.